Tonight, we are going deeper than ever before. We're looking at two power players on the global stage, one a local politician in London, the other the President of the United States. Both are making moves that challenge our understanding of accountability and humanitarian aid. Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly truth. We begin in London, where the dust hasn't settled on the Zack Polanski controversy. As the deputy leader of the Green Party, Polanski's role is to challenge the status quo. But when he criticized the Metropolitan Police's response to the Golders Green terrorist attacks, he found himself at the center of a storm that goes far beyond a single tweet. The good. Polanski is standing his ground on a fundamental right, the right to question power. In a democracy, the police must be accountable to the people they serve. By calling for a review of the footage, he's advocating for a system where heavy-handedness is the last resort, not the standard procedure. Furthermore, he showed rare political humility by apologizing for the timing and method of his post. He acknowledged that in the wake of a traumatic event, leadership means calming the waters, not stirring them. His invitation to Commissioner Rowley for a private meeting shows a genuine desire for constructive dialogue over social media posturing. The bad. The reaction was a political earthquake. Prime Minister Keir Starmer's condemnation was brutal, labeling Polanski disgraceful and unfit to lead. This isn't just a PR nightmare, it's a direct hit on the Green Party's credibility at a time when they are fighting for a seat at the table. Commissioner Rowley's response was equally devastating. He warned that armchair expertise from politicians creates a chilling effect on officers. When those on the front line feel they'll be second-guessed by leaders for protecting the public, the entire security apparatus of the city begins to weaken. That is a dangerous price to pay for a tweet. The ugly truth. The reality of terrorism is messy, violent, and terrifying. The officers in Golders Green were facing a man who had already stabbed 2 people and was suspected of wearing a suicide vest. The heavy-handedness Polanski condemned was the only thing standing between a controlled arrest and a mass casualty event. The ugly truth is that we want our police to be polite until the moment we need them to be warriors. Criticizing the use of force from the safety of a high-rise office ignores the split-second life-and-death stakes on the street. Polanski's ideal of policing often collapses when faced with the hard reality of a knife in the hand of a terrorist. From the streets of London, we cross the globe to the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump has just launched Project Freedom. He calls it a humanitarian gesture to escort foreign ships out of the Iranian blockade. But in the world of geopolitics, nothing is ever just a gesture. Let's look at the truth of Project Freedom. The good. There are 20,000 seafarers on nearly 1,000 ships currently trapped in a maritime nightmare. Many are running out of food, water, and medicine. Project Freedom is, on paper, a rescue mission of unprecedented scale. Ending this dual blockade is a massive win for international trade and basic human dignity. The immediate impact on your wallet is also good. Oil prices have already begun to drop as the market anticipates the flow of energy returning to normal. By stabilizing the Strait of Hormuz, Trump is effectively stabilizing the global economy, providing a much-needed breath of fresh air for consumers worldwide. The bad. This gesture involves 15,000 US troops and a massive naval deployment into Iranian-controlled waters. Tehran has already labeled this a violation of the ceasefire. One miscommunication, one stray projectile, and this humanitarian mission becomes the catalyst for a full-scale regional conflict. The risk is extreme. The US is using maritime freedom constructs, shadowing ships rather than direct escorts, to try and stay under the radar. But with Iran's small boats and shore batteries on high alert, the bad news is that we are closer to an accidental war than we have been in decades. This isn't just an escort, it's a provocation, the ugly truth. This isn't about the seafarers. Project Freedom is a maximum pressure campaign dressed in a humanitarian suit. Trump is using the plight of stranded crews as a moral shield to re-establish US military dominance in the Gulf and force Tehran into a corner. It's a masterclass in using soft power to achieve hard-line objectives. The ugly truth is that the freedom of these 20,000 sailors is being used as a pretext. They are pawns in a global power struggle between Washington and Tehran. Their lives are being gambled for the sake of geopolitical leverage. In the high-stakes game of Project Freedom, the humanitarian cost might be the highest of all. Whether it's the streets of London or the waters of the Middle East, the truth is often buried under layers of political posturing and humanitarian labels. We've looked at the good, the bad, and the ugly of Zack Polanski and Project Freedom. The question remains, at what cost does this freedom come? I'm your reporter, bringing you the hard truths that others are too afraid to touch. If you want more in-depth looks at the world's most critical stories, like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Stay informed, stay critical, and we'll see you next time on the good, the bad, and the ugly truth. Good night.